what's the smartest way to use your tax returns if you want to buy a car? So most
Or
of the
our
people,
recommendations.
right?
Probably not the smartest, just our recommendation and what we've seen from people.
Right. I guess there are way too many different cases.
Yeah.
Like way too many different things that you have to do depending on the customer.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a common thing.
The reality, it's for most of the people, it's just a surplus of cash they have available,
right?
At that certain moment.
Usually people prepare for it.
Yeah,
like,
it's a common nature,
in the business, in the car selling industry, it's the best season because people use the money for that.
Yeah. So, the reaction that most people have is they want to spend it all. I guess that's the human nature,
right.
Especially if you don't usually have that much cash available. So our best recommendation is just be patient. Don't be desperate. Do your homework, and obviously do not buy something you cannot afford. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Because in reality, if you're bringing a pretty solid down payment, a lot of cash down, I'm sure they're gonna approve you for almost anything. You know what I mean? Even if your income is not too high, they still gonna give you the car. But then, are you still gonna be able to afford that car 6 months from today, a year from today, 2 years from today? Are you going to be able to afford any repair that the car might need in the future?
Or even the payments.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think about the moment that, let's say that you get $3,000 down or something like that, which is a good amount of money. With a $3,000 down and a decent credit score, you can get approved for a lot of vehicles, a lot of, I would say, good vehicles, not expensive, but good vehicles. And what we hate to see, that's what this podcast is about helping you guys. So what we have seen, and it's not nice to see that, is people putting their $3,000 down that they got from taxes. They put them down, and yes, they are so excited. They want to get into a car, a nice car, man. The payments are $450, but they don't care. And what it's gonna end up happening, and what we have seen, is that people just 3 months, 4 months down the line, they can't afford it anymore. They don't have the cash flow to keep those payments. If anything comes up, they're short on their payment, and they get their car's repo. And what happens? What happens when you get your car repo? You lose the car, you lose your down payment, everything that you had paid for. So you just threw your money away. I mean, you used it for 3 months, but you get the point.
Might as well rent a car,
Yeah, it's going to be much cheaper than that. So it's something that you need to really think about in a length of time, not just the moment that you're buying the car.
Hey, we get it. It's always exciting getting a car that you like, a very nice car and all that. But it's not exciting getting the car repo, or not being able to afford the payments. So my best recommendation, if you've been at the job and you have a steady income, just try not to go above. Some banks, they'll do 25% of your monthly income, which in my opinion is very high. But I will recommend probably like a 15% of your monthly income. Mm-hmm. That's I guess, quote unquote, something like a safe place to be at. Don't have monthly payments higher than 15%, maybe 20%. That's just my recommendation, because again, unexpected unexpected things happen, like repairs.
It's a used car.
Even a tire. If a tire blows out, you have to get a tire replaced. Oil changes, just regular maintenance. Flushing the fluids if you really want to have the car, last long. Those are things that you have to do to the car in order to keep it in good health.
That you were not expecting, and that's gonna throw the numbers off. You're gonna be like short for the payment.
Exactly. So those are the things that you really have to think about. A lot of the dealerships, I believe, they tend to increase the prices a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know exactly. We just go based on the market, and the prices are very competitive. But some people out there, they might try to take advantage of you. So still do the homework, on look up the values for the vehicles and all that. Know exactly what you're paying for. We have a lot of videos talking about the buyer's order, how financing works, how leasing works, how buy here, pay here works. Just go through the previous videos, and if you really need more information, we have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. And one thing that I want people to know, because you can ask people, your friends that have cars and that have they finance their cars and stuff, and some of them might be a month late on their payment, and they are like, man, they haven't called, they haven't do anything. But every dealership and every company is different. So don't just assume that, okay, I don't have the money this month, but I'll pay next month and nothing's going to happen. Because as soon as you're 1 day late, the dealership or the financial institution can repo the car if they want. We understand that some banks, they even do like 3 months or 2 months that you're late on the payments and they don't care. But some dealerships,
1 day,
1 day late, and they'll repo your car just like that. 15 days late, and they'll repo. It's up to the dealership really to do that. So don't just be like, oh no, my friend has been 2 months late, so I'm not gonna get my car repo. It's different. It's different in every place.
Buy a car that you like, but also that you plan on keeping long. Something that is reliable. There are a lot of brands out there that are a little bit more reliable than others. Again, do your homework. Know what you're paying for. Know the price of the vehicle. How much are you financing, the interest rate, your monthly payment. You have to factor in your insurance because you have to keep full coverage insurance. So everything adds up at the end of the day. It's money that you have to pay. So those are the things that you have to get into consideration.
What's your advice on people, for example, someone that gets a $3,000 tax return and they want to get a car? Should they put the whole $3,000 down, or should they? What's your advice? What do you think it's a smart thing to do?
I don't think there's like one smart thing to do. It also depends on what you find out there.
Mm-hmm.
I will probably just I don't know.
Right. Your opinion. What you think it's smart?
My opinion?
Yeah, we all have our opinions. What do you think it's smart to do?
If you want to finance a car, maybe don't buy a car more than $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could probably pay it off in a couple of years. But it depends on the interest too. But I know for a fact that you can find decent cars for $3,000 cash.
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on what your needs are. I really don't. I wouldn't be able to tell.
Right. What I wanted to get to is, I wanted to see if you thought that way too. What I think is that if someone gets $3,000 down, it's probably it's probably not the smartest. The smartest thing to do is probably not to put the whole 3,000 down.
Right.
And I mean, that's gonna come with a few compromises that you have to make. If you don't put $3,000 down, if you put 2,000, you're probably not gonna be able to get into the same type of car because it's $1,000 different on the down payment. But I think for me, my opinion is that I would much rather do that and have 2 months saved up. I don't touch that extra $1,000. Have it saved up just to make sure, man, that I don't get. Yeah, if something happens, I don't get my car repo. I keep talking about that because it's a big thing, man. You lose all your money, and it's sad to see that happen. Some people don't care.
Yeah.
But it's your money that you're just. So that's my opinion. That's what I would do.
And actually, you see that a lot of people do that. They have $5,000 down. They only put 3,000. Because they want to hopefully save some money. That's what you see. So that's what we have for today. If you have any other question, about car buying, what will be the best thing on a specific scenario, let us know. We're always here to help people out. And we're very upfront with what we recommend.
Right.
Feel free to reach out if you guys have any question or anything. And share with your friends if they're in this, in something related to car buying and they have a question, send them over and we'll help them.
That's right.
See you.